Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here today. I'm Bonnie Bowman. I'm a public information officer with the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. The BCA is assisting the Winona Police Department in investigating the disappearance of Madeline Kingsbury. Today you'll hear from Winona Police Chief Tom Williams, and you'll also hear from Maddie's sister, Megan Kingsbury. We will have time for questions at the end of the news conference, but I do want to remind everybody this is a very active investigation and there are limits on the things that we can tell you today. So please respect that when you're considering your questions at the end of the news conference. For now, I'll turn it over to the chief.
Good morning. I'm Winona Police Chief Tom Williams. I would like to thank all of you for taking the time to spread the word about the disappearance of Maddie Kingsbury. We are very hopeful that we will find her. Maddie was last seen the morning of Friday, March 31st. Maddie and the father of their children dropped the children off at daycare shortly after 8 a.m. Maddie did not show up for work, which is very unlike her, and we are worried for her safety. During the course of our investigation, we know that Maddie returned to her residence on Cary Drive in Winona around 8:15 a.m. on March 31st. The vehicle that Maddie normally drives is a 2014 dark blue Chrysler Town & Country minivan, depicted to my right. The father of Maddie's children has spoken to law enforcement and told us that he left the residence in Maddie's van around 10 a.m. and upon returning later in the day, Maddie was not home. We believe a van similar to Maddie's van was driven on County Road 12 and Highway 43 in Winona County, and then southbound on Highway 43 through the eastern part of Fillmore County. Later, a van similar to Maddie's traveled back toward Winona on Highway 43. All of this occurred between approximately 10 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. We believe the van remained parked in the driveway of Maddie's residence from 1:30 p.m. on. Nothing to date has indicated that Maddie left the residence on foot or in another vehicle. The public has asked if we are currently looking for the van, and we are not. Investigators have searched the van and the residence. Inside the residence, investigators located Maddie's phone, the jacket she had been wearing earlier in the morning, along with her wallet and ID. Maddie's family and friends tried to contact Maddie throughout the day on March 31st without success. It was unlike her not to respond. Based on all of this, we believe Maddie's disappearance is involuntary, suspicious, and we are all concerned for her safety. Law enforcement began searching areas nearby Maddie's residence and along Highway 43 in both Winona and Fillmore counties. Our search efforts have been ongoing. We've been assisted by other law enforcement agencies and volunteers. Our search efforts have included people on foot, in vehicles, as well as by water and air. We are doing everything we can to bring Maddie home. We have spoken with many of her family members and friends and are actively following any developing information. No stone is being left unturned, and we are using every tool at our disposal to find her. Many of you have asked how you can help, and we really appreciate that. Here's what we are asking the public to do. If you live in or around Winona and Fillmore counties, especially along and around the routes previously mentioned, we're asking you to walk your property, check out buildings, and have a good look around for any signs that someone passed that way or for signs of a disturbance. Please check any cameras that you have on your property, including game cams, doorbell cams, and security cams. Look for someone passing by. We also ask that you check the video for a dark blue minivan driving by or stopping. Regardless of whether you see something or not, if you have a camera along any of the mentioned routes, please save any video from March 31st to April 1st and contact law enforcement. If you know anything or saw something suspicious, please call the Winona Police Department or Crime Stoppers. Your information might be the final piece that brings Maddie home. We know this is an extremely difficult time for Maddie's family and friends who want nothing more than to have her home. I'd like to welcome Maddie's sister, Megan, up to say a few words.
I'm not a public speaker, so appreciate your patience with me. Thank you all for coming. My family and I really appreciate all of the attention and wanting to help. I'm Madeline Kingsbury. I'm Maddie's older sister. Speaking on behalf of my entire family, those of us in town, out of state, including my older brother, Stephen, wasn't able to make it here at the moment. He's overseas on deployment. He's currently en route from Romania to be here. As it's been said, we all know, and I know everyone wants details about the investigation and what's been discovered. I'm not talking about that right now. To be honest, I don't know everything either. I'm here to talk about Madeline and her children. Sorry. Madeline is many things. She's a mother, sister, a daughter, best friend, granddaughter, and a niece. It's a long list. She's a young mother of two, 5-year-old Eliana, 2-year-old Noah. Ellie is spunky and goofy. She loves to be crafty and creative. She's inherited her mother's kindness and curiosity about the world. Little Noah has turned into a chatterbox. Can't tell what he says half the time. He loves to dance. He loves rock and roll, and he was blessed with the red-headed gene from my grandfather. It's missed everyone else, so he's got dimples and eyes that sparkle. And Madeline is a hardworking and dedicated mother, as well as a grad student at the U of M, and works for the Mayo Clinic. Family is everything to her. She's grown into an impressive and beautiful young woman. This community has really rallied around us, and so many wonderful people have traveled from all over the state and beyond to come and help find my sister, and we're beyond grateful, and we're truly touched. Law enforcement obviously has been extremely hardworking, and we'll never be able to thank everyone enough for what they're doing for Madeline, and we will remain loud about this and continue to advocate for Madeline any way, shape, or form. We're offering a $50,000 reward for any information leading to her whereabouts. So please help us find Madeline. The children need their mother. We need our daughter, our sister, our aunt, and our best friend back. Yeah, we just want to find her. So, thank you.
As you can obviously see, this is extremely difficult for Madeline's family. Anybody who knows any information that could help us find her, we do again ask you to contact the Winona Police Department or Crime Stoppers Minnesota, which is 1-800-222-TIPS. There's also a form online at the Crime Stoppers Minnesota website where you can submit information anonymously if you prefer to do it that way. So again, anybody who has information who can help us bring her home, please tell us what you know. We do have time now for a few few questions, but again, we are limited as to what we can say with the investigation, so I'll open it up at this time.
Clarifying, the van that was seen driving west, that was definitely Maddie's van, or it was a van that looked like Maddie's van?
The van matched the description.
Okay. Do the police have any clues as to who was driving the van?
Not at this time. I should say that's not information we can share at this time.
Is there a criminal investigation associated?
We are examining all possibilities as to what could have happened to Maddie, including hopefully getting her back safely, or also investigating possible foul play.
Are there any suspects in her disappearance?
We are keeping all avenues open at this time, but there's not a suspect or a specific person of interest. Chief, do you want to step up as well? Do we have any other questions?
Are her kids safe?
I'm sorry?
Are her kids safe?
Yes, the children are safe.
Do we have any other questions?
Can you just repeat the area that you want people to look, check the property?
Make sure that I give the same directions that I had done earlier. Would be County Road 12 and Highway 43 in Winona County, and southbound on Highway 43 through the eastern part of Fillmore County.
Have you been receiving a lot of video at this point?
The majority of the video that we have been located has been found by law enforcement officers who have actually gone out canvassing. That's why we are specifically asking for the public's assistance with that to notify us. And again, I can't reiterate enough. If you have a camera, let law enforcement know, please.
And is there anything on that video that law enforcement's collected that shows the van or any indication of suspicious or foul play?
We do have vans similar on some video clips, but again, the presence of or absence of a vehicle can also assist us in the investigation. So again, that's why we are asking for the public, if you have a camera, please save the video and notify law enforcement.
Since there, just clarifying, there is no specific suspect at this time, correct?
Again, our options are that we are looking at this as a missing person, and we are also investigating it as the potential for foul play based on the totality of the circumstances.
And is there a threat to the general public?
Again, this is an open investigation. From what we've seen so far, there does not appear to be a threat to the public.
We have time for a couple more.
Can you rule out that Maddie was the one driving the van?
I'd have to say the investigation's open and active on that standpoint.
And you did say the father of her children drove the van at some point that morning, right?
It's open and active at this time.
Time for one more.
Can you just reiterate why it would be that it's very unlikely that Maddie would have disappeared on her own?
Again, based on the investigation, we know that the children were dropped off at the daycare and that the van returned home. Based on that, the investigation is still open and ongoing as to what happened upon returning home.
That's all we have time for. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. And again, please tell public that if you have video or if you know any information, please do submit that to Winona Police or Crime Stoppers.
Thank you.